Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fear and live an awesome life. Wow, it looks really golden. Sun's coming up, having my coffee, still in my pajamas, and I just wanted to talk to you about a question that came over from Simon. He's really into the quantum physics, and he said how these teachers out there are saying, and the secret, if I think of something and I desire it, it will show up. I can get a Lamborghini or a diamond necklace. Now I have to tell you, I've never read The Secret for a reason. When that came out, I was way into an awakened state. I'd been in awakened state for quite some period of time. I had no desire to read it, didn't need to. And also, so I have never seen it, and I've never seen the movie either, by the way. I don't focus on anything that is about materializing the world, because I know I already hold that power. And that things will happen exactly the way they're supposed to, depending on what my mission is. I know what my mission is. And I had to get to work. Recently got to work doing this. This was where I had to go. It's like, okay, you've had a lot of fun. You've learned a lot of things. You're ready to go to work. And this is what I'm doing. Now, there are a lot of teachers and instructors out there, I know, that focus on getting the stuff. Now, I will use taglines to get you to come in and listen to how I believe we manifest in a different kind of way that doesn't focus on the material world. You will get all these things. So my whole purpose of this channel is to hopefully guide you toward that higher frequency where that stuff holds no importance, but that's where you get all this stuff. So what is that? Lower frequencies can manifest too. Of course they can. Look at people like, Genghis Khan and Hitler and all these people, major manifestors. Why? There was no block, no barrier or obstacle between them and what they desired. It was so powerful and strong they could manifest anything. All of us can. It's the disbelief that blocks you. That's it. It's the disbelief. So it doesn't matter if it's a Lamborghini or, end world hunger. I want you to remember there's a couple factors here. One is free will. The other is the collective consciousness, that everything is absolutely a factor in all of this. First of all, free will is yours. Nobody makes you think or feel a certain way or do anything, right? You still ultimately have your own decision to make about how you believe, what you believe, how you act in a certain situation, no matter how negative it may appear, how challenging, right? That is always your choice. Nobody ever makes you feel negative or makes you be or do anything. You still get to believe, what you choose to believe. The other thing is the collective consciousness we all participate in, and we all are creating that frequency within it. So you're contributing to it, and others are contributing to it also. That's why you might sometimes feel negativity. You're picking up on that power. You still have a choice about what you choose to feel and think. But it allows you, this collective consciousness that we are, allows us to make decisions within that power. So if you're feeling negativity or whatever, or that's sometimes intuition, it's a guidance system for you to pick up on what's going on out there and to help contribute to it also, right? Okay, so those are two factors. I want you to always remember that, because people are trying to get some X back and totally disregarding. That is not compassion. That's not love. When you truly love, you would never want something for yourself over what that person wants. If we were able to do that, just want somebody and get them back, what if somebody wanted you and somebody said in a comment, I'm manifesting Landria as my wife, and I'm like, wow, that'll never happen, because we're on a disconnect, and that nobody would ever even say something like that if they were on a higher frequency of respect and love for the other. That is a total ego base. Now, that was probably a joke, I'm sure. But even saying that makes me realize so often that that's where we come from. I want something, I'm going to manifest. And I think that The Secret probably focuses on that, like some other things that you hear out there about the material world and just getting what you want. That's taking our frequency of the planet down. It's keeping us in the ego and wanting things and getting. There's no, I love you in that. There's no giving. There's no connection to the higher consciousness in that equation. None. None. So you can manifest, yes. Like I said, just like Hitler. But what about this higher consciousness? What's up there? Peace, health, wealth, joy, abundance. Nobody's struggling. Why? We would never allow it on that frequency. So here's what's happening. When people are frustrated because they want the things, they're on such a low frequency, not only that they don't even believe they can get it, but they're so focused on just getting the stuff instead of saying, you know what? I'm not at peace. I am not feeling love. I'm not feeling like I have a purpose here. But if I get that car, that Lamborghini, Simon, I don't know if you really do want a Lamborghini, but let's use that example. That'll make me happy. Well, it never will. That lower frequency never will. Not the disbelief of the lower frequency. So you're in the worst possible place. You're not on a high frequency of love and light. That the material, you know, the material world doesn't make you happy. It's so way beyond that. And that manifesting is super easy. Yes, yes, Simon. Yes, there really is a Santa Claus, right? And if you believe, you create that, right? Now, if you're on a low frequency of total belief, you can manifest everything in the material world. And what's down there? Other manifestors that are greedy, that are going to do anything to get their stuff, that are going to get other people, that try to manipulate them to help them get their stuff. It's never about the other people. It's about using other people to get their stuff. And if you say that that's not the case, then I don't think you're fully understanding how the frequencies work, right? Well, I can get the stuff yet. Okay, yeah, you're still believing that it's going to make you happy. So when you're so totally focused on that, you're coming from a different frequency. So this is why, you know, like, and I'm not going to quote the other teachers that Simon that you quoted, because I actually don't watch or listen to any of them. Purposely, I don't need to. I teach what I know and what's given to me, what's downloaded to me, and I answer questions right. I don't think about them. I come from whatever I feel is in the collective that is on a higher frequency. And to me, that is, you don't have to believe anything anybody tells you, including me. You should always go with what you feel in your intuition, in your heart, tells you is right, because we all need different things at different times. So you may not be ready to go in, you know, meditation or whatever. Maybe you need to really do some stuff that's going to prove to you that that is not the pathway to go. I hope that's not what you do, because, you know, we're here to raise the frequency of the planet. But if you do, and that's what's required for you in order to find out who and what you are, so be it. Now, if you're not manifesting what you desire, ask yourself what you're really focused on. Is it just getting the stuff? Lower frequency. Not happening, not believing. Because yes, quantum physics works. Now I'm going to tell you something. So the people that manifest the Lamborghinis are coming from one of two places. Total high frequency. Not even trying to manifest the Lamborghini. It just shows up. Don't care about the Lamborghini. But somehow shows up. Maybe they give it to somebody. Seriously, because they're so happy. They don't even need this stuff anymore. But they have it. It's just showing up. And then there's the lower frequency. Absolutely knows how this works. Can get the Lamborghini. Boom. And that's all they care about. And that doesn't make them happy. And then they're going to try and manifest something else and something else, something else. Those are the guys at work that are going to do anything to cut you out, to get that account, that whatever. And you see me going, wait a minute. I remember saying this. Why are these guys are doing really nasty stuff? And look at, they're making all this money and we're always doing the right thing. We seem to be struggling to close these accounts and do certain stuff. Well, guess what happened in the long run? Wasn't good. And so we kept ourselves clean. We were always trying to do the right thing. Never went into that negative space. But we were working in a negative environment, in a negative industry. Not all of it is. I was in the financial industry, as you know. If you've read my bio, I was an investment banker for 25 years. It's a tough industry because it's all about money. It's all about getting money for others and getting money for yourself. Usually getting money for yourself because that's the motivator. It's an ego-driven industry, and this is why I'm not in it anymore. It would never work for me as an awakened person. So you got to ask yourself if there's conflict in there, or if you are in that space of just wanting the material things and you're not feeling good. That's a lower frequency, and you're sharing that consciousness on that frequency. It's not going to feel good. There's no love, there's no giving, there's no compassion, and these are the people that strike out at each other, that write nasty comments. They're angry, and they'll actually be angry about how quantum physics works or how spirituality works, and thinking, wow, how can you go into anger and say that this is how spirituality works? That's so the opposite of how spirituality works. What's spirituality? Spirituality is just when you connect to who and what you are on that frequency. And we're all in different frequencies within the one. It's about raising your frequency. It's about letting go. I just did a video on total surrender. Guide me to where I need to be. I have some decisions to make, some very big ones in my life that are going to take me to a much bigger level. I know that, and I don't know how it's going to happen, and I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing within that, but I know that the universe is going to allow me to be where I need to be, to do certain things, and help me execute certain things to make a massive, massive difference on this planet in a positive way. I am willing to forego any defined thing that I need or want, because I know if I surrender that the universe is going to take me to some place maybe completely different that's going to be so much better. So I've surrendered that and said, okay, here's my goal. I'm a person with free will, on board with this. This is what I want. I want to make a massive difference on this planet. Take me to this. I'm giving my command and my permission for all of the frequencies and energies of the highest kind, the highest form, that are there waiting to help me. I'm releasing it. I'm giving permission. You have to give permission. Take me to that high frequency where I'm most effective, where I can reach people, and I'm going to do it in a positive way, and I'm going to have fun too. You don't have to forfeit. People think they have to be, Mother Teresa, on their feet 24/7. Now, some people love that. I have the feeling she probably really enjoyed it. She didn't need the stuff. She was getting so much by just really helping other people. So everybody has their own path. I'm not here to tell you what yours is, but I do know one thing. When you resonate on that higher frequency, you won't ever want a Lamborghini. And I know a lot of you don't like that. Somebody said that they cringe at the thought of tuning my channel. They do it anyways, and then they always feel better because they feel so what did she say? You know who you are. You said you're afraid you're going to feel guilty. That's coming from you, not me. So you must be in a space that's thinking about the me, and you don't want to hear, deep down your ego doesn't want to hear that you have to let that go. And then you get on the channel and you know you have to, and then you realize when you let go, that's when you'll have everything you desire. Because you're going to desire things that are so much better for the planet, for you, for others. And I tell you this, if you are in this space right now, or you've ever been in this space, it is so beyond any Lamborghini. It is so huge. It's so massively beautiful. It's so awesome and peaceful and loving that no material thing could possibly have any effect on me like this does. And this is the space you can go into. And then all of a sudden, the right people, the right jobs, the right pathways. You lose jobs, you lose spouses, you lose relationships, you lose all kinds of stuff. And that's that part that we're afraid of. But I'm going to tell you what, it's going to blow the doors wide open, and then all of a sudden you're going, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was out there. But I let go and I trusted and I released everything and said, It's not about the Lamborghini. And then, that's when you can manifest the Lamborghini. But you won't. You can manifest something else, much bigger. And you can have abundance and all this stuff, but you'll need less too. Right? Need. Because, why? Because you don't require anything for happiness. You require only basic survival as a human being, and you end up getting way more than that. Way more than that. Things will just show up, and you're going to share them. I love spoiling my friends and everybody when they're on that frequency. When they're in that frequency of light and love, which those are my friends, giving is so beautiful. There's no conflict in that. Nobody wants something from somebody else for the giving. It's just sharing and having fun, and it just feels so good. So, Simon, I hope this makes sense. Quantum physics works for anybody, on anybody for anything. The reason you're not manifesting it is because you just really don't believe. The fact that you wrote the email tells me you don't. The other thing too is I think you know deep down that that's really not what you're supposed to be doing, so that's going to block you also. Even though you want it, your ego wants it, and the other part of you says it's not about that. And I have to tell you, there were many spiritual leaders, teachers, that refused to be on that movie, The Secret. I did hear that, because they said it was so material based, and that was not the point of why we're learning all of this, why we're coming out of the darkness. It's not about utilizing quantum physics to create a more materialistic world. Then that is an abuse of power. And I have the feeling that's what happened with Atlantis. They were so powerful, they were starting to use it in a negative way and blew themselves up. And that's not going to be us. Can we go to that higher frequency? You got to let go. It's tough because you want this stuff. The fact that you're wanting it, you're driving it away. When you go to the higher frequency, you don't even think about that stuff. You actually, because there's no barrier between you and anything. You're actually just like, okay, there's no need, the N word, right? We try not to use the N word in a negative way. I need something. That's lack. That's the block. I'm going to focus on this. That's the, oh, here's my world. Worry, stress, disbelief, and I'm going to go over here. Do my 3-second reality shift. I go into this. Why that focus is not happening, that's not quantum physics in the way you want to use it. That's quantum physics totally working. Negative, 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 and here's my thing over here. And it's negative thoughts attached to what you want. I don't really believe it. I'm not really feeling good about it, but I really want it to solve my problems. Quantum physics giving you exactly what you're thinking and believing. So that is it. Yes, you can manifest anything. Rarely do people have the ability to do that from a lower frequency, because they are already in disbelief, lack, worry. If you're experiencing any of that, you're in that space. And no Lamborghini in the world's going to show up when you're in that space. Does this make sense? Quantum physics is pure. It is absolutely you creating it. And as long as you are worrying, you're creating worry. As long as you're in disbelief, you're creating disbelief on the very thing that you claim you want. You don't even realize it because you're in such a dense, unconscious place, the subconscious, not really connecting to what it is. You don't even realize you're doing it. Meditate. Release, surrender. Take me where I need to be. I choose beauty and peace and love, not just for myself, but others. Wow, expansiveness. Whew, it's beautiful. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Simon, if you feel that I didn't answer your question, please write me again and I will go deeper into it. I think I'm pretty clear on this right now, according to me. Right? You have your own opinion, go for it, But I do believe quantum physics absolutely is, it's always in action. It is you. And everything that's happening or not happening is a reflection of you. And those who manifest material things are totally in belief that the material world is going to make them happy and that there's no doubt in their mind that they can do it, and they do. So, do you want to sit and spend your time focused on some material item? I think I have better things to do, like shoot videos for you, sending you unconditional love, my friend. Namaste.